The Australian outback stretches endlessly, a canvas of red dirt under a blazing sun. Heat shimmers above the scrubland, blurring the line between earth and sky. Gum trees stand as lonely sentinels, their branches creaking in the desolate silence. The relentless sun casts long shadows, accentuating the harshness of the terrain. The buzz of flies fills the air, a constant reminder of the unforgiving environment. The landscape remains still and silent, an untouched painting. Under the vast Australian sky, the rocky ridge meets the horizon. Kip, a small quokka, stands out from his kind, sniffing at the air. His bright brown eyes reflect his unique spirit. He is a quokka unlike any other, a solitary figure in the dry wilds. His heart belongs to the distant rumble and whistle of trains. In this wild land, Kip dreams of trains. Kip stands on the ridge, his silhouette sharply defined against the bright daylight. The Outback Express thunders past, a streak of motion against the stillness of the landscape. Kip mimics the conductor with playful precision, puffing out his chest with pride. Waving his stick like a baton, Kip conducts an invisible orchestra as the train vanishes. From the ridge, a long railway carves through the landscape, a testament to human endeavor. A distant train approaches, its arrival eagerly awaited by the crew, their anticipation palpable. Henry, the conductor, leans out, his friendly smile a beacon of warmth against the industrial backdrop. With a hearty wave and two sharp blasts of the whistle, Henry announces their imminent arrival. The whistle echoes through the landscape, a joyful sound that signals a moment of reunion. Kip ascends the steep ridge, unaware of the impending danger. The earth begins to shake violently, a sign of the approaching chaos. Dust billows down the side of the ridge, obscuring everything in a thick cloud. The ridge is enveloped in chaos as the dust storm intensifies. On the ridge, Kip moves stealthily, the sound of gravel under his boots a stark echo in the silence. He halts at the edge, his eyes widening in disbelief at the sight below. A colossal slab of rock, victim to recent rains, edges slowly down the gorge wall. Below, railway tracks gleam innocently in the sunlight, unaware of the impending catastrophe. The air hangs still, heavy with a sense of impending doom, as nature prepares to unleash its fury. The ridge stands silent, a landscape of impending doom. A colossal rock teeters ominously, threatening the train tracks below. The tracks lie vulnerable, unaware of the impending catastrophe. Kip arrives, his eyes widening in disbelief at the sight before him. His gaze intensifies, a silent acknowledgement of the imminent danger. He assesses the situation, a single man against a force of nature. Kip surveys the desolate ridge, a lone figure against the vast expanse of shimmering heat and arid wilderness. The sun beats down mercilessly, turning the air into a visible haze that dances above the parched earth. Silence descends, broken only by the whisper of the wind through the dry brush. No sign of life, just the endless horizon stretching out before him. Kip's shoulders slump slightly, a hint of despair creeping into his posture. He remains alone, isolated in the stark beauty of the barren landscape. Kip scans the horizon, his eyes locking onto a small signal shack nestled by the bend. The shack sits 100 meters away, a silent sentinel guarding the bend. Inside the shack, a warning lever awaits, poised to change everything. Kip approaches the shack, his focus sharpens on the warning lever within. On a steep hillside, Kip impulsively begins his descent, each step a gamble on the loose gravel beneath his feet. Kip's small frame gains momentum as he scrambles down the slope, his descent fueled by youthful abandon. Tiny feet struggle against the shifting terrain, each step a testament to Kip's carefree spirit. The hillside blurs in a rush of motion as Kip continues his headlong plunge, undeterred by the precarious path. Kip bounds down the hill with a scrabbling of tiny feet on the loose gravel. Kip approaches the weathered signal shack, its wooden frame hinting at secrets within. With nimble agility, Kip begins to ascend the shack's slatted side. He continues his ascent, each movement precise and urgent. Now, at the shack's wall, Kip seeks a breach amidst the aged timbers. With a final surge, Kip slips through the gap, disappearing into the shack's shadowy interior. The signal shack looms, dominated by the massive red lever. Kip, small against the machinery, eyes the lever. He leaps, hands grasping the cold metal. Kip clings, his weight straining against the unmoving mechanism. Muscles bulge as he pulls with desperate strength. The lever remains stubbornly fixed, a silent testament to the immense force required. In the solitude of the signal shack, Kip's senses sharpen, catching the distant rhythm of an approaching train. The faint chugging grows louder, a promise of disruption to the quiet day. His anticipation builds with each echoing beat. The rhythmic pulse of the train signals a change. The chugging intensifies, drawing Kip's attention further. The approaching train disrupts the silence, marking a definitive moment. Inside the signal shack, Kip's frustration crescendos into a sharp squeak. Driven to action, Kip begins a determined climb up the support beam. At the apex, Kip launches himself with full force. Kip plummets from the beam, zeroing in on the lever below. With a resounding slam, Kip's full body weight connects with the lever. The shack reverberates as the lever bears the brunt of Kip's desperate act. A decisive click fills the signal shack as the lever locks into position. A red warning light flares to life, casting an ominous glow across the track. The signal shack is silent, save for the hum of the warning light. The lever gleams, now set, a silent sentinel against the track. The red light pulses, a stark warning against the backdrop of the rail line. Deep within the Outback Express, far from any sign of civilization, a sense of unease settles over conductor Henry. A furrow carves itself into Henry's brow as concern etches across his face. A red light blazes ominously on the control panel, demanding immediate attention. Henry leans in, his eyes narrowing as he tries to decipher the warning. His hands hover over the controls, a mix of urgency and hesitation in his posture. The fate of the Outback Express hangs in the balance, resting on Henry's next move. The carriage advances along the tracks, each movement echoing the relentless journey. Inside, Henry's face tightens with sudden urgency, his eyes reflecting a decision made in haste. His voice cracks through the rhythmic clatter of the train, a desperate plea cutting through the air. Emergency stop! The train begins a violent shudder, an iron beast reluctantly yielding to the command. Passengers brace themselves as the world outside blurs into streaks of ochre and green. Silence descends as the train grinds to a halt. Inside the Outback Express, the screech of steel against steel fills the air as the engineer slams on the brake. The train cars jolt violently. Passengers grip their seats. Dust and debris cloud the windows as the train grinds to a halt. An eerie silence descends as the echoes of the screeching metal fade away. The train hurtles forward, a metal beast against the landscape. A violent screech pierces the air as the brakes are slammed. Dust and gravel erupt as the train fights against its own momentum. The massive machine grinds to a halt, a hair's breadth from the abyss. The hillside stands, a deceptive calm before the storm. Without warning, the earth begins to crack. The hillside trembles. The entire hillside gives way in a cataclysmic roar. A deafening roar echoes as nature unleashes its fury. The railway tracks are torn apart as colossal boulders rain down, pulverizing the path where the train was due. The impact sends tremors through the earth, each collision echoing like a thunderclap. Dust billows and blankets everything, obscuring the landscape in a thick, suffocating haze. The once clear tracks are now a chaotic tableau of destruction. Silence descends, heavy and absolute, as the dust slowly settles over the ravaged scene. The landscape is transformed into a desolate wasteland, a stark testament to the destructive forces unleashed. The crew emerges from the train, dust and smoke stinging their throats, their faces mirroring the horror of what lies ahead. A scene of utter devastation unfolds. The ridge is shattered, the tracks twisted into grotesque shapes. The railway tracks, once symbols of connection, are now mangled remnants of destruction. Silence descends, broken only by the distant echoes of a tragedy that has irrevocably altered their journey. Kip, breathless and coated in dust, clings to the signal shack, his eyes wide with urgency. He anxiously watches for any sign of movement. Every creak of the shack amplifies his desperation. His survival hinges on the next train. Amidst the rugged terrain, Henry slowly kneels, his aged hands seeking stability on the uneven earth. With a mix of relief and awe, Henry murmurs, "Well, Albie, you saved us." His weathered face, etched with years of stories, reflects a profound sense of gratitude. The shack stands silent, a mute witness to the quiet drama unfolding. The rough ground under his hands is a testament to the harshness of the landscape, a stark contrast to the salvation he acknowledges. The conductor gently removes his cap, a gesture of profound respect and care. He carefully places the cap on Kip's head, a symbolic act of passing on responsibility. The cap sits atop Kip's head, a weighty crown of duty and destiny. In this simple exchange, legacies are forged and futures are shaped under the vast sky. A silent promise hangs in the air, binding them together in purpose. The signal shack watches on, a silent witness to the turning of a new page. The Outback Express gains a new member, their presence forever changing the journey. A sense of camaraderie fills the air as the crew welcomes their newest companion. The Outback Express now carries not just passengers, but a symbol of unity and shared adventure. The vast landscape watches on as the Outback Express continues its journey, forever changed. Kip sits alone in the Outback Express cabin, his tiny blue hat a whimsical touch in the sparse setting. Sunlight streams through the window, casting shadows that dance around Kip. The train rumbles gently beneath him, a constant reminder of their journey. He looks thoughtful, perhaps lost in a world only he can see. Passengers aboard the Outback Express beam with joy, their faces alight with the thrill of a seamless journey. A gentle sway envelops the train, its rhythm a steady pulse, marking the flawless execution of another ride. The crew exchanges knowing glances, a silent affirmation of their shared commitment to excellence. Inside the carriages, the atmosphere buzzes with contentment, each passenger immersed in the comfort of the moment. The rhythmic cadence of the train becomes a soothing symphony, harmonizing with the tranquil landscape blurring outside. As the sun casts its golden glow upon the horizon, the Outback Express glides onward, carrying its passengers towards new adventures. The train speeds through the vast outback, a symbol of progress against the timeless landscape. The train passes ancient ridges, its journey marked by the endless expanse of open skies. At each bend, the train encounters the silent acknowledgement of the Outback's inhabitants, tipping their hats to the Quokka. The little Quokka receives the respect of the Outback, a tiny figure of resilience and charm. The train thunders on, the spirit of the Outback woven into its journey. Amidst the chaos of twisted metal and scattered debris, Kip stands resolute, sweat beading on his forehead. Sunlight casts a heroic glow upon Kip, illuminating his determined expression against the backdrop of destruction. The aftermath surrounds Kip, a testament to the disaster he averted, solidifying his legendary status. He stands as a symbol of triumph, his silhouette stark against the bright sky, forever marked as a hero. The scene echoes with the silent acknowledgement of Kip's bravery, transforming him into a legend before their eyes. Kip's presence commands the landscape, his sweat-streaked face, a badge of honor, forever etched in the annals of heroism. On Rottnest Island, a young Kip roams carefree among the Quokkas, his movements light and playful. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting playful shadows that dance across the forest floor as Kip frolics. Innocence radiates from young Kip as he explores his surroundings, oblivious to the grand adventures that await. Blissfully unaware of the future, Kip embodies the joy of the present moment, a symbol of youthful exuberance. The world is his playground, and every moment is filled with wonder as Kip experiences the simple joys of life. Under the relentless desert sun, Kip's weary figure emerges, a solitary silhouette against the vast, unforgiving landscape. Though lost, his gaze burns with unyielding determination, hinting at an unseen goal. Driven by an unknown purpose, Kip pushes forward, his steps unwavering in the face of the desolate expanse. Each step is a testament to his resolve, an unspoken promise to conquer the challenges that lie ahead. In the heart of the desert silence, Kip's journey becomes a symbol of resilience, a beacon of hope in the face of despair. Kip arrives at the railway tracks, a sense of anticipation building within him. The distant sound of the Outback Express captures Kip's attention, his heart begins to pound. The Outback Express roars into view, a symbol of adventure and freedom. Kip watches, eyes reflecting the gleaming metal and vibrant colors of the train. A sense of wonder washes over Kip as he witnesses the majestic Outback Express. Sunlight floods the Outback Express, turning dust motes into shimmering stars. Henry, a man etched with the stories of the land, shares a gentle smile with a young passenger. His eyes, pools of kindness, reflect a quiet strength, forged in the heart of the Outback. A subtle warmth emanates from him, a beacon of hope in the vast, sun-drenched landscape. On the ridge, a rare and furious rainstorm descends, blurring the already perilous trail. The unrelenting rain hints at an impending rockslide, amplifying the sense of foreboding that saturates the night. The wind howls with untamed fury, thrashing the rain into a wild, swirling tempest. The path disappears under the deluge, each drop of rain a portent of nature's impending wrath. In the heart of the signal shack, Kip strains against the unyielding lever, his resolve etched in every line of his young face. The lever resists, a mechanical behemoth dwarfing Kip's small frame. Sweat beads on his forehead as he pushes with all his might. Muscles tense, Kip's determination intensifies, his small hands fighting the immense weight. With a final surge, the lever begins to move, a testament to his unwavering spirit. The shack echoes with the grinding of gears as Kip triumphs over the machine, a small victory with monumental implications. Boulders begin their descent, a prelude to disaster. The earth trembles as the first boulder gains momentum. In agonizing slow motion, they plummet towards the tracks. The Outback Express races against time, a desperate bid for survival. A hair's breadth separates catastrophe from escape. The Outback Express grinds to an abrupt halt, throwing passengers into disarray. Surprise flashes across their faces, quickly turning to fear. Confusion spreads as they stare wide-eyed, seeking answers. Uncertainty hangs heavy in the air as the train remains motionless. A collective sense of unease settles among the stranded travelers. Amidst the signal shack, Henry hoists Kip onto his shoulders, a gesture of triumph and affection. Kip, now elevated, looks out over the crowd with a mix of excitement and disbelief. The crowd erupts in cheers, their voices a symphony of celebration for Kip's achievement. Henry stands tall, bearing Kip with pride as they bask in the crowd's adoration. Inside the Outback Express cabin, Kip sits beside the engineer, bathed in the warm glow of sunlight filtering through dusty windows. The complex controls and signals of the Outback Express gleam, reflecting the promise of adventure and the weight of responsibility. Kip listens intently, his gaze fixed on the engineer, absorbing every detail of his new role with unwavering focus. Determination hardens his youthful features, hinting at the challenges ahead and the resolve to master them. Kip stands by the railway line, his figure a symbol of connection in the vast Outback. He waves to a train conductor, his gesture a beacon of warmth across the tracks. Farmers pause from their labor, returning Kip's wave with smiles that mirror his own. Children halt their games, their laughter echoing as they wave back to their beloved friend. Kip remains by the railway, his waves embodying the joy and unity he brings to the remote community. Kip, adorned with a conductor hat, ascends to his familiar perch, his eyes sweeping across the vast Outback. A wave of pride washes over Kip as he gazes upon the landscape, a silent testament to his journey. Gratitude fills his heart as he acknowledges the countless blessings that surround him. The vast Outback stretches before him, a symbol of resilience and endless possibilities. Inside the Outback Express, a golden light bathes the train car as passengers gather, their faces alight with anticipation and warmth. In the heart of the moving train, a community blossoms, nurtured by stories and laughter. The Outback Express cuts through the sun-drenched land, a steel serpent weaving through the heart of the Australian wilderness. Kip's wave is a beacon of resilience, a small gesture resonating against the vast, empty horizon. The train hurtles forward, a mechanical heartbeat in the silence of the Outback, carrying dreams and destinies. Against the backdrop of the harsh Outback, Kip's spirit shines brightly, a testament to human endurance. The statue of Kip stands tall on the ridge, illuminated by the golden sunlight. The statue reflects the warmth of the day, embodying Kip's spirit. The statue inspires awe and reverence, a beacon of hope for generations. Bathed in sunlight, the statue of Kip remains a symbol of courage. The statue stands as a testament to bravery, inspiring those who look upon it. The statue serves as a reminder of Kip's bravery, its presence a constant source of inspiration. Inside the Outback Express, sunlight illuminates the dusty train car as Henry, a storyteller with kind eyes, prepares to captivate his new audience. He leans forward, a mischievous glint in his eye, ready to spin a yarn that will transport them to another world. Henry gestures with a grin. "Gather round, folks, and let me tell you about a legend." With a dramatic pause, he reveals a legend named Kip. On Rottnest Island, whispers of Kip's adventures ignite the imaginations of other Quokkas. Their eyes sparkle with dreams of daring escapades, each envisioning their own heroic journeys. Inspired by Kip's courage, they start to believe that even the smallest among them can achieve greatness. The spirit of adventure sweeps through the Quokka community, filling the island with hope and excitement. Each Quokka now dreams of writing their own story, inspired by the legend of Kip. The vast outback stretches endlessly before Kip, a sea of red earth under a sky ablaze with the fiery hues of sunset. Long shadows dance across the landscape, each telling a silent tale of the day's journey. He considers the lessons etched into his heart, the meaning of friendship, and the courage he has found within. As the sun dips below the horizon, Kip finds peace in the quiet solitude of the Outback. The Outback Express cuts through the desolate landscape, a ribbon of hope against the harsh terrain. Passengers gaze out at the endless expanse, each lost in their own world of dreams and memories. Supplies are carefully secured, promising sustenance and survival in this unforgiving land. Kip watches over his charges, his presence a silent reassurance in the face of uncertainty. The heat shimmers off the iron rails, a testament to the relentless power of the sun. The Outback Express is a lifeline, carrying dreams and necessities across the sun-baked wilderness. The Outback Express makes its way along the tracks, cutting through the vast landscape. From a window, Kip's beaming face appears, waving with youthful enthusiasm. His smile radiates pure joy. In that moment, Kip embodies the spirit of Captain Quokka, forever the adventurer.